All right, YouTube, one of the best additions I've ever made to my business is a dump trailer. We're gonna go over the cost of ownership, how much this thing costs, how I make money with it, everything. Let's get into it. Welcome back, guys. All right, this is gonna be all about dump trailer, the profit I make off it, how much it costs me, the do's and don'ts, the must-haves on dump trailers. So basically getting right into it, this is a 2022 SureTrack 14-foot, 16,000 pound GVRW. 12,000 pound capacity, which was really important to me because of my future uses for this trailer. But 14 foot, pretty in a sweet spot. I like it, especially if you guys have a half-ton vehicle. Now 16K is a little much for a half-ton vehicle. I bought this in 2022. This is actually a spit image of the original dump trailer I bought back in, I think, 2018, if I can remember correctly. So it's been like 6 years ago, and I only had an F-150, and it was a lot. If I had it, it's a big, granted, it's I wasn't filling the trailer capacity with an F-150 as far as their payload capacity, but sometimes the job calls, and there's some sketchy times where the suspension on the F-150 was maxed out for sure, and actually way over maxed out. But this trailer, my tow vehicle now is an F-450 if you guys are new to the channel, and this is absolutely 150% the way I wanted to go. You want to get the biggest trailer you can for your tow vehicle, because having the capacity and not needing it is a lot easier, a lot more convenient than needing the capacity and not having it. I guarantee you, it's buy once, cry once kind of mentality. Absolutely. Plus with the 16K, you get the upgraded, the tire right behind me here. It's a 17-inch with, I think, the G-rated tires, and then you get the 8-inch box beam here instead of a 6-inch. Fantastic. I really enjoy this SureTrack trailer. Now, there's things I don't like about it, which we'll get into, but let's get into the numbers real quick. This trailer back in 2022 when I bought it cost me $14,890, I believe, something around there, and that was basically out the door, rolling out the lot, everything like that. Now, keep in mind, these trailers have gone up in price because of COVID. My original trailer that I bought back in 17-18 cost less than $10,000. So just take that as you will. I did sell it because of COVID, and somebody offered me well over what I paid for it brand new. I took the money, but thinking I could just buy another one. It is what it is. I did buy another one, as you can see, but not for the price that I thought I was going to get it at. Anyways, okay, so price-wise, that's what this thing cost. Now, insurance, it's called an inland marine policy if your insurance actually offers that kind of stuff, but mine does. And it basically, anything is attached to the truck, as far as, as long as I have it registered and everything and they know about it, it's covered, fully covered against theft and of course damage or anything like that. But that jumped up. I have it all because I have two of these dump trailers and a tool trailer and obviously a truck. So my insurance jumped up about 45 bucks a month. So, add $45 a month to insure this trailer. Well worth it for sure. Now, price wise, that's it. Besides maintenance, I do have that's a spare tire, but that's actually flat, so I do have to get that replaced. And the local area for these heavy duty tires charged me around 75 bucks for a flat repair. Yeah, it might be a little expensive, but I have to have it. Spare tires are a must when it comes to dump trailers, because I think I have a slow leak on my rear tire anyway right now, because we're always going through debris, construction fields. And I will say, this is how I use this dump trailer. I'm not a dumpster rental business. I'm a construction business, small remodeling business. So this thing stays at my job sites, and I use it as I need to for whatever I need to. I do rent it out occasionally, but mostly it's just for my construction business, and that's how I charge. It's a flat line item with my estimates. I use Jobber, and basically it goes straight in $499 for now if I need to use multiple dumps for bigger projects, then I multiply that, of course. But most jobs I'm fine with one dump load out, but the larger projects get multiples, and then $499 times 2 times 3, whatever it is, and that's my fee to the customer themselves. Now, that's the gross profit. Now the net is a lot less than that, because the dump fee in my area, I'm in the Detroit metro area, and they charged me $141 for the first 4,000 pounds for dumping, and then I believe like 40 bucks a ton after that. So now most times, I'd say 80% of the time, most of my loads are under 4,000 pounds for debris from customers. Shingles, and I'd say pretty much shingles, and sometimes heavy stuff like that. I usually don't get over 4,000 pounds, but shingles does put it over 4,000 pounds. And I usually, depending on the job site, either I include that already in my estimate, or I can go back to the customer if I want to, because it's in my contract, and be like, hey, an extra $40 for the additional fee. But usually with my projects being that they're, you know, my average, you know, sale for a job is over $20,000, I'm usually not going to be going back to the customer for $40. But if you're using this as a dumpster rental business, absolutely, because $40 can be, you know, 30% of your profit. So you definitely want to be able to go back to the customer and charge them the extra overage for their, you know, the weight of whatever they're throwing away. So keep that in mind. Now, going to this dump trailer, we're going to do a walk around on it, but I want to give you guys that the $499 is the money I charge the customer, less the $141 for the dump fee, and then whatever else, you know, the rest of that is actually the net profit, but you got to pay yourself, obviously, and the rest of it goes in the bank. So being that it's $4,890, this dump trailer I need to have about 50 paid dumps at that $499 for this dump trailer to pay for itself. And I think, you know, being at 2022, I think we're past that. I have to look and see. I didn't look at my numbers, but I think we're past that for this, and I do use it quite a bit. I mean, and then of course the convenience factor, we're at my house right now. I'm just using it to dump some crap out of my house, and then before I dump it, and we're all done here. Other ways that you guys can make money with these dump trailers: material delivery, some sort of, you know, whatever it is, if somebody needs something, you know, because not everybody has a truck or a trailer to get their huge refrigerator, their big couch to someplace. Yeah, I've used this. I've charged customers, you know, $100 here, you know, $80 here to go get materials from someplace to get them on their job site, and it's just extra, and that's just extra. And you know, I invoice them as a change order, but it's not like a dump fee or anything like that. It's just extra money on the top. Convenience factor, I can haul, you know, if you have just a, you know, regular F-150 with an 8-foot, you know, bed, or a 6.5-foot bed, and you have a 14-foot or 16-foot trailer behind you, you can easily transport 16-foot materials, and of course longer materials, as long as you're, you know, you're legal with it, in the back of the dump trailer, and get it there a lot easier, a lot safer than trying to put it in the back of your truck or anything like that. So being able to, you know, transport materials, material acquisition, that's obviously another revenue source for you, and I use it a lot for that. I mean, these dump trailers do get used for debris, don't get me wrong, but also I can throw a bunch of material back there and be done with it and just transport it to the job site and keep working, keep my guys working. All right, must-haves for this dump trailer. Must-haves for me, it has to be at least 14 foot. I know, depending on your tow vehicle, make sure you're legal, but make sure your tow vehicle, you want to get the largest dump trailer you can for your tow vehicle, because capacity is everything. You want the capacity. You'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So having capacity and not needing it is a lot nicer than needing it and not having it, right? So get the largest dump trailer you can for your tow vehicle. And of course, kind of one of the reasons why I went with the F450 is, I mean, I don't need anything bigger than an F450, and it can tow whatever I need to. If I need a bigger truck to tow something, then the F450 can do it. Either I'm paying somebody to do it, or I have no business actually doing that job, because, you know, we're talking about huge payloads there. Next must-have, telescopic hoist. You can see it right there. They do make scissor hoists, and then obviously dual ram. I know there's people out there that like the dual ram because you have the, you know, backup, you know, cylinder if it's something else that happens and whatnot. But telescopic hoist, you can see it's vertical and it's pushing the load up vertically. So just think of it, if you're trying to dump that, you're trying to dump this by yourself, how would you do it? Would you get underneath it and try to lift up with your back? Or would you get on the edge here and try to lift up and just dump it all out? It's the best way to doing it. It's the most efficient. It's vertical, trying to go vertical. I forget, I think it's like 98% or 97% efficient. Now you got your dual rams, which are underneath the bed, and they're lifting it from a point, and basically even further back than halfway up the actual bed of the trailer, trying to push that load, you know, up and dump it, which they work. Don't get me wrong, they work. You can see them work, but it's definitely not as efficient. And if for some reason, if you have it overloaded, you have too much debris in there, you could be stuck hand unloading it or getting a dig out. And of course, scissor hoists underneath as well. Those are quick. I will say those dump pretty quick, but you're horizontal trying to go vertical, not nearly as efficient. And also they weigh more. You have all the bracing and everything underneath it to actually get that scissor hoist underneath it and actually dump it. So you actually lose a little bit of payload on the same exact trailer, because you have to have extra bracing and everything for that. All right, so we already talked about the telescopic hoist being the must-have for me. And that's one of the reasons why I went with SureTrack. They were one of the first ones in the market. I know there's a couple other brands out there that are doing the telescopic hoists. Most everybody in dump trailers were still in the dual ram and scissor hoist. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Lamar. I know everybody else nowadays, but like back when I first wanted to buy this trailer, you know, 6-7 years ago, there was, you know, telescopic hoists were kind of the new thing on the market. Now everybody wants them because they're how efficient they are, and they actually they work. I've definitely overloaded this one and my other gooseneck severely, and it had no problems. I've actually had to I can see the frame, you know, bending a little bit as far as how much weight was in there, but it definitely lifted it, no problems whatsoever. I do like Pintle. Pintle is nice. I know you guys, you can use the 2 5/16 for one out. I like the Pintle as far as articulation, and you know, I can get to this thing in some crazy spots, and sometimes you know, I don't, the ball and the 2 5/16 ball, sometimes I'm a little leery about that one, but the Pintle is very nice. Plus, not everybody has a Pintle hitch. I get, you know, theft deterrent. If they want it, they're going to take it, whatnot. But it's nice, you know, Pintle. Not everybody has a Pintle hitch on behind their truck. Definitely Jack is, you know, they comes with those as well. Definitely, I would highly recommend you guys get some way of actually, you know, besides charging it through your tow vehicle. This is a NOCO charger. It's only 5 amps, so you know, let's leave it overnight and whatnot. But absolutely have a way of charging your battery besides the tow vehicle. Spare tire is a must, and of course this trailer was bought off the lot because I needed one super fast, but you do have a side step right there. Highly recommend you guys, if I ever get another trailer, I'm gonna order it, you get a complete side step on the side here, because getting up and over, you know, that's definitely, you want to be able to load materials into this thing super efficiently, and having one right here definitely is nice, don't get me wrong, but I can stand on the hub and get up to this, and it's double broached fender. Absolutely a must. You want to be able to walk on your fenders, which you can on this thing. I am not light. I'm over, yeah, I think I weigh pretty close to 280 pounds, 275, and I have no problems walking on this thing, not bent whatsoever. And, you know, trying to get the, you know, tarps and materials and stuff. Sometimes you have to dumpster dive because you throw away something else you don't want to throw away on accident. But having a step all the way across is absolutely, if you guys can have that. I know other trailers, manufacturers have that almost standard, where I think it's Diamond C and a couple other ones where it's like basically a big bench over here. Highly recommend that. SureTrack should do that standard. And then if any reason, like this should be moved over a little bit so I can stand right here, or even get over towards the front of it over here, just because getting materials up and over is the name of the game with debris trailers and dump trailers, and it just makes it easier to step up and over. Now, their gates, I would highly recommend you guys get at least a spreader gate, and of course a swing out barn door gate is minimum. You guys can see right here, easy enough. I know some of them have like where it just swings out completely. I like the center, where it's split in the center. You can go either left and right with it. Quick tip, guys, always when you're emptying, always take the chains off first and then unhook this, because sometimes loads shift and they put some pressure on it. So if you undo this first for some reason, then the load shifts and it pushes tension on your chains, and then, you know, you're up Hoops Creek without a paddle trying to get those out so you can actually dump it. Don't get me wrong, I haven't made that mistake yet, but I can see where that's going to happen, and I'm just going to, you know, I'm trying to protect myself from myself here. Other than that, you guys, the gates are fantastic. Ramps, onboard ramps are a must because of, you know, machinery, other materials, stuff like that. SureTrack has these ramps. I believe they come standard, because this one came standard, and they're heavy duty for sure. And getting skid steers, getting machinery up there, because not only a debris trailer, since you have a trailer, if you're getting a 14-foot, which I recommend at least, maybe even a 16-foot, you can get machinery up there and transport machinery to your job sites. Other than that, you guys, I mean, most of these are, you know, they're going to be okay. I would highly recommend you guys look at the welds on everything. These are 17-inch rims with the, I think G-rated. These are 16,000 pound GVRW trailers. So absolutely 100% put yourself at least a 2x12, or you can even do 2. My first trailer, I put 2 up there for extra capacity to get the, you know, 14 or 15 cubic yards, because you can charge based off cubic yardage. This one, I wanted the ease of throwing crap in there, because I have another dump trailer that has over 15 cubic yards capacity if I wanted that one. But this one, I just wanted the ease of throwing crap over, and that's what I got. I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. Most dump trailers now come, I'm not gonna lift this up because I have material inside of it, of course, but I do have like a tool storage bin underneath here for whatever I need to. I just keep like a shovel in case I need to do those small dig outs in the wintertime, which I have, because things get, you know, frozen solid, whatnot. But that's what I got for this, you guys. That's the main parts of this thing. Obviously, a spare tire is a no-brainer. Get yourself a spare tire. If you don't, like, you're one nail away from being stranded. And that that's what I got for you guys. That's my numbers for this trailer. They're pretty simple. I absolutely like the debris removal business because it's simple. You buy a dump trailer, you buy some sort of, you know, roll on, roll off can system, and then you're in business basically, as long as you have all the legal DBAs and insurance and everything. These dump trailers are fantastic. I absolutely love them. I'll never not have them in my business because they bring so much efficiency. And of course, the main thing, even though I like it, and yeah, it's a lot of money, I make money with it, but the efficiency and convenience of having it where I can just leave it on a job site. I don't need to worry about, you know, I can keep the job site clean, because most of the time customers really care about not your work, but your job site. Your job site, keeping it clean, because it's their house, it's their property, and it shows professionalism. And of course, you guys can see, I do have branding back there. I would highly recommend you guys, if you guys have a dump trailer and you have a business, put your branding there. I had these foam boards with my business name on them, like, you know, the Peak Contracting. But, you know, my subcontractors throwing crap over there, breaks them all the time. So now I have vinyl banners that I'm going to screw on there and be done with it. And, you know, they flex because they're vinyl now. And that's the way I'm going to do it. Make sure you letter your stuff up, because it's basically a rolling billboard for you, and it looks professional. Absolutely does. Like and subscribe, you guys. We'll see you on the next video. I appreciate it. You have any questions about debris, dumpsters, dump trailers, stuff like, leave that in the comment section below. Did I leave anything out for you guys? I'd highly recommend you guys put that in the comment section below. One thing I almost forgot here, theft deterrent. Make sure you can only do so much for it, but these things are pretty hot ticket, and make sure you have some sort of theft deterrent, whether that's wheel locks, you know, GPS. I'm not going to go into that, what I have for these, because I don't want to put that on the internet, but have some sort of GPS tracker. And if you can, air tags, whatever it is. And of course, you know, locks and chains, make it as make it as most inconvenient as possible you can for those little thievery guys trying to take your business assets and your livelihood. All right, guys, appreciate it. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.